All right, I'm Reid Nelson. This is Izzy Alkafas. This is This Week in Rec, Week 4, coming from Fridley. Big news of the week this week is the Broncos hold on against the WatchaMaCallIts. Ronnie Kennedy called a foul on Todd Fredrickson. You can see it on our website if you're curious. Izzy, what do you think about that call?
Well, the video was really bad, and I wasn't at the game. But judging about where the play was, even if he gave him a little body, you don't call a foul on a running three-pointer at the buzzer. Just don't do it. I don't.
So, what do you think about the Broncos? I guess they almost lost to the free agents. They've really struggled. They got a lot of talent, but they're just not able to pull it together. Any advice from Coach Alkafas for the Broncos?
Well, I mean, play like you did against the Blue Chips. I mean, it's simple. They knew that they were underdogs in that game, and they played a lot better team basketball than they did against the WatchaMaCallIts. I'm assuming if just looking at the box scores. So I guess just team basketball. That's what they did against the Blue Chips, and they almost won.
Okay, staying in Bloomington, you mentioned in your article this week Alex Michels is a potential MVP candidate if his team obviously can win a few games. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, he's playing really well. His numbers are really good. I think they're what are they? 2-2 now. Obviously, they need to be a lot better than 500 when they finish. But he's very, very solid, very athletic. He's got. I don't know if his range is all that good. He can make the three every now and then, but he's just a great athlete.
Okay, just occurred here. Free agents. I hesitate to call them that because they're really hardly a free agent team. Beat the Fob Five by 4 points, 64-60. Talk about the loss to the Fob Five.
Well, we started out with 4 for the first, I'd say 15, 20 minutes, and I guess we kind of wore ourselves out a little bit. It hurts not having Vernon DuPont, but we got our 5th guy, like I said, with about 20 minutes gone in the first half, and we could never get enough stops. Everything, we were just trading buckets the entire second half, and they were making their shots, we weren't, and that's the way it goes sometimes.
Okay, I just checked out the box score. Chris Maher was 12 for 12 from the field tonight, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, so I'm excited to see what his PPR is. Early MVP candidate again for the 3rd straight year?
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? The guy's too good.
Yeah, I think it's between him and Jansen, and we're going to do a little different approach this season to the MVP. We're going to have an online voting segment. We're going to have player voting and players committee voting. So it's going to be split up into 3 parts.
I don't know how either of them don't win.
Okay.
I just
top of the power rankings. Turtles did not play this week, so they'll still be at 1. Guerrillas were 2. They lose to the Rebels by 2. Fob 5 was 3. They lose. So what's the top of the power rankings going to look like this week?
Freaking mess. This is like the worst. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to be ugly. I know the Guerrillas, they'll probably drop to 4, maybe 3 or 4. They're probably not going to drop. I think the Rebels dropped to 4 after their loss to the Tropics. They'll probably drop to 3. Now that Fob 5 lost, I think the Rebels will go back up to 2, and the Fob 5 will probably go down to about 6, I'd say.
How about the Red Devils? They're still unbeaten, and they've been playing. I mean, I think they held the Muskies to 28 points yesterday. Was it 28? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
65-28. I know the Rebels did it to Durant and Jemima 2 seasons ago. They held them to like 20-something points.
So, I mean, I think the Red Devils have to be in the conversation as well. They're playing inspired basketball, and I think this could be potentially their year. So. Yeah.
I mean, they'll easily be in the top 4. Once I look at their body of work, I can't remember who they beat off the top of my head. They'll obviously be in the top 4. I just don't know where in that top 4.
Okay, noon on Friday is the draft league deadline. I want to say there's 4 slots remaining, so you better sign up as quickly as possible, or you're going to miss out on your shot. The draft is Friday, February 8th at Shortstop Bar and Grill up the road here in Fridley, and first game is Friday, February 10th here in Fridley at 5:30. So thank you, UH Nation. We will talk to you next week.
Thanks.